Hey everyone, this is Taku, and this is my first impressions of the new Nikon Z 800mm f6.3 VRSPF lens. But before we begin, I do want to preface this by saying that I'm not an expert birder by any means. I just love to shoot these birds wherever I can, whenever I can. So I really hope that my pictures do these birds justice. So I'm very much a zoom person, so having this 800mm prime lens at the super telephoto range is quite new to me. So I will admit there was a little bit of a learning curve to be able to capture the nuances of the lens itself and be able to track the small birds at that 800mm focal length. But after a couple of hours of using it, I think I pretty much had a good understanding of it, and I was well on my way at Point Pelee National Park. So I recently had a chance to take this lens out for a spin. So I went to Point Pelee National Park here in southwestern Ontario during bird migration season. So I hope to show you what I got from those pictures and my first impressions of this lens. In terms of usability, you can see that this is actually a really lightweight lens for its size. At 5¼ pounds, it's actually pretty lightweight compared to the f-mount counterpart, and it's actually well balanced when paired with the Z9. So you can see that it's actually balanced more towards the end and not to the front, so it's actually a lot more comfortable to be able to hold with your hands like this and focus accordingly. I was actually amazed that I was able to hand hold this the entire time shooting pictures and video at 800mm. It's just something that I never thought I would be doing at this point in time right now. And you also note that this collar is actually padded on the underside here, which is a great addition to this lens because it's actually now really comfortable to be able to hold this lens through the collar like this. And this is exactly how I was actually traveling throughout the hikes in the park, is basically holding the lens like this, walking along, and then basically lifting it up to my head when I needed to shoot. In those brief cases where I actually needed my hands, both my hands for whatever reason, I would actually have my vest on, my bicarbon carrier, and so I can just snap it in like this and have both my hands free. In terms of the functionality of the lens itself, you can see here that it's paired up with my Nikon Z9. On the side here, you have your memory set button. And on the front here, near there, you have your 4 function buttons that you can pre-program to your needs. Your function ring right here, focus ring right here, and these are all actually knurled and gripped in different ways, so you can actually identify them with the touch of your fingers and without looking at them directly. On the side here, you have your strap holders, and if we move this to the other side, here you have your strap holder, as well as this is the dial that you would actually tighten and loosen to actually change the collar direction from down to up. And if you were to actually take the tip off, you actually get your Kensington lock port right there. On the side here, you do have your switches from manual to auto, and you have your switch from full to 10 meters to infinity focus delimiter switch there. And I believe the closest focusing distance of this lens is about 5 meters, which is actually less or closer to the subject than the f-mount counterpart is. Right, and on the very top here, finally, you have your drop-in filter where you can actually drop your ND filters or your polarizer if you need them. And finally, if we move this back here, you have your lens hood here on the front, and all you need to do to actually take this off is check that and twist, and it actually goes off with these, and it's actually really easy to take off and on, so I actually like that a lot. So overall, very excellent lens to have, especially for birding or if you want that extra reach at 800 millimeters. Don't forget that you can actually put a 1.4 or 2 times teleconverter on this lens to give you a maximum reach of 1600 millimeters. Now, I found this really great for me because personally, I was actually coming from a 100 to 400 millimeter lens with the 2 times teleconverter to give me that 800 millimeters, but at f11. So that difference in aperture actually brings in a lot more light. Again, that bokeh and the differentiation from the subject matter is just beautiful with the f6.3 aperture here. So overall, I'm very impressed with this lens, and it's something that I think I would definitely consider. I just need to be able to go out and shoot more birds. So that's it for now out here in the field. Let's get back into the studio where I'll show you a little bit more about the accessories that this lens comes with. So in terms of accessories, we have a few that comes with the Nikon Z 800mm f6.3 lens. First and foremost, we have the end lens cap here, which is standard for all Z mount lenses. And then we have the tripod collar here, which you can see, and I mentioned before that it's actually padded right on the top there, which is really convenient in case you're carrying the lens and camera with this tripod collar there. That adapter there is not included. That's the Arctic Swiss adapter that I'm using for my tripod. And then we have your lens hood here, which is solid, and I demonstrated before that you can actually take this easily on and off with that one switch right there on the top there. And finally, we have this not hard but soft lens case. Now they opted for the soft case here, which is actually pretty cool. It's a little bit heavily padded here on the bottom there, and all you need to do to put this on is first put your lens hood on, just like so, and then make sure that's untightened right there. And all you need to do is put your lens hood on like that, and just tighten the strap like that, and there you have it. So in addition to this, we also have the lens case. In addition to that lens, you do get the lens strap here, and this lens pouch or case here, which actually does have a shoulder strap here, so you can actually carry it with ease. And all you need to do is unbuckle the top there, zip it down, and there you have the inside. You can see that it's actually nicely cushioned on the sides there, with extra cushioning on the bottom there. So you can place the lens in there and keep it in place with these holders right there. Zip it back up, and there you have it.